Breaking news. The Supreme Court of the United States has upheld the TikTok ban, essentially. Now, does that mean that the ban is going to effect on January 19th? Sunday. Not necessarily, so let's hold on just a minute and let's break this down. Now, first of all, I know what you're saying. Why is Pops breaking this down? He's not even on TikTok. You're right, he's not. And you know why? Because this has been going on for a while, and as soon as we started thinking about expanding our channel through TikTok, this was already going on and being talked about, so we waited. And this is why we waited. However, here's the problem. It affects some 170 million people in the United States. And a lot of them, it's going to affect their income, their actual personal income. So, let's break it down. Will it go into effect the 19th? Maybe. But President Biden has now said, even though he signed the legislation, he has said, no, we're not going to enforce it. Well, of course he's not. He doesn't want to enforce that his last day in office and that be his legacy of his office. I just cut, 100 million people out of their income. Figuratively. It's actually closer to, I think it's 92 million that make at least part of their income off of TikTok here in the United States. I think that's the number I read. I know that's the number I read, as a matter of fact. At least part of their income. But President Trump, who takes office on Monday, the 20th, has said that no, they're not interested in a complete ban either. What they are interested in is maybe a reworking of things so that, everybody can continue on TikTok, but there'll be some reworking in the structure. Okay, what does that mean? We don't know yet. That's the problem. Nobody knows yet what exactly that means. But we know it doesn't mean selling to a U.S. company who doesn't have the algorithm that ByteDance would have. And they're not going to get the algorithm from ByteDance if ByteDance decides to sell it to an American company. So it would have to be completely reworked into a algorithm that company came up with. Now, as I said, here's, I know somebody's question out there right now. Well, why is he talking about this? It's not going to affect him. No, you're right. It's not. It's not. However, just as every other creator does, we want to expand ours too, right? We want to expand our reach. Can we do that through TikTok? Sure. But I don't know if it'll be there come next week. So, we are starting to look for alternatives now as to how to move our channel forward and grow a bit, our channels. Now, here's the big problem, though. Like I said, the estimate is 92 million Americans making at least some or part of their income off of TikTok, and what does it say, 17 million that make their complete income off of TikTok? So if this goes into effect, right, you're going to completely take away the income of 17 million people. I don't think that's what you want if you're in the political realm. You know what I mean? You don't want that many people, especially from the heavy used states of TikTok. You don't want that many people against you, And here's the other thing. I know for a fact that a lot of fellow creators here on YouTube whether you're in the reaction game or you're, in the crafts game or you're whatever your niche is. I know there are many, many who use TikTok as a jump starter, to put it mildly, right, for their channels. And it will affect their incomes because it's partial of their income for their channels now that they've grown on it, right? And you can't just jump on TikTok and make money. That's not the way it works. Just like here on YouTube, you can't just jump on here and make money, right? And a lot of us, like in the reaction game, for instance, we don't make a lot of money anyway. Matter of fact, very, very little, and some make none, depending on the copyright counts and this, that, and the other. In the reaction game now. But you can make money on TikTok by updating or upgrading or upending, moving your channel forward through that platform. So, just like Patreon, right? So what's the alternative? Well, y'all tell me. I've heard of a couple. I haven't looked at them yet. But I wish somebody would tell me what the alternative is until we know what's going to be done with TikTok. Because as I said, just like every other creator, we want to up our views too and our subscriberships and what have we're not here just for our health, right? Everybody wants to up their subscribership and this, that, and the other. Every creator on this platform, on YouTube, wants to make sure that they have the best subscribership that they can numbers. And of course, that means income, right? Nobody can afford to do this for free. It just is what it is, It's a business. And that's the business end of it. Now, we all love what we're doing, or we wouldn't do it. And that's where people get us wrong, right? They get a lot of creators wrong. Well, you're just in it for the money. No. Because if you're in like our end of the game, reaction game, you ain't making no money. So you have to have other ways of bringing the cash in, like Patreon or TikTok, or you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's, a catch-22 for everybody. But I don't think, and I know, as a matter of fact, that it's not going to go into effect on Sunday because Biden is not going to let that happen. He's not, well, it may, but he's not going to enforce it, right? I don't think it's going to go into effect on Monday because the new team of the White House is saying, no, we don't want to do that, So, will it go into effect at all? I'm not sure. I am not sure whether it will or not. What I am sure of is everybody needs to be looking at other alternatives as well. And you may still get on TikTok, but I would suggest that everybody looks for other alternatives as well. Okay? We will be updating on this as we go, as everybody knows stuff. But if y'all know of alternatives, please let me know down in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe. We got a lot of great stuff for everybody here on the channel and on the other channels as well. Everything is down in the description. Appreciate you joining us for the news here. We will be updating as we go, as I said. I'll do that on the PopzCast, which will start again next week. Not next week, but the week after, excuse me. So keep an eye out for that too, okay? Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you being with us. Keep an eye out. and let me know if anything changes. All right? Y'all have a great day. This is Old Pops. We are out.